Hey everyone, Brad here and Karen from Pilates and Physiotherapy Millwater. Today I will be taking you through a 30-minute standard mat class, and Karen will be the client today, so she'll be demoing the exercises. A couple of things, all you'll need is a mat or a towel, potentially a small pillow or a rolled up towel if you don't have one, just for a couple modifications for certain people. And if you do have any pain or injury that isn't the right type of pain, so you feel any neck pain or back pain, I will mention when you should change to different modifications, and you can choose that at home yourself. So make sure you're working at the level that's safe for you, and we'll get on with it. Okay, so we're going to start with the basic roll down. So to start with, we want to make sure we've got good posture at the start of the class. So it's going to be neck tall. Feel like a fishing line is pulling your neck right up to the ceiling. Chin slightly drawn in. Softly roll your shoulders back and down, and your hands should be facing sideways. Feet hip width apart, lined up straight, and even pressure on your balls of your feet and your heels. We're going to take a soft breath in through the nose, and on the breath out you will zip and hollow, drop the chin to your chest as you slowly curl down. So you're rolling down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. At the bottom, you'll take a deep breath in. Lengthen the tailbone to the ceiling, and then breathing out to restack. So we're curling up. You're tucking the tailbone, and you're walking up the spine one vertebra at a time. Shoulders back and down, head up last. One more, deep breath in. Breathing out and rolling the spine down, chin to chest. Rounding to the floor. Try not to push your bum out. Try to keep the feet completely vertical to the hips. You'll take a deep breath in, and we'll breathe out, slowly restack. Again, walking up the spine one vertebra at a time. Shoulders away from the ears, head up last. This next one we're going to move down into some angry cat, happy cat. So you'll breathe out, curl the spine down. Now, as we're only doing 30-minute classes, we won't get through the normal amount that we generally do. So we'll take a deep breath in. You'll soften your knees down to the floor to 4-point kneeling. So knees right under the hips, hands right under your shoulders. So during the sessions we do over these next few weeks, some sessions will be more focused on butt, some more on abs, and we'll be working it like that. So we'll take a deep breath in. We're starting with angry cat. As you breathe out, zip and hollow round your spine. Tuck the tailbone, spread the shoulder blades, and lift the abs right up to the ceiling. Take a breath in, and on your breath out, you'll change into happy cat, mobilizing the spine, warming up the back, arching the back, tailbone right up to the ceiling, stretching the stomach. Deep breath in. Breathe out right up into angry cats. You'll round all the way up. Feel those shoulder blades come apart, chin to chest. Another deep breath in. Breathe out, changing back to happy cat. We're going to do one more angry cat. Deep breath in, rounding the spine all the way up. Right up into an angry cat. Take a breath in to hold. Now from this curl, stay curled, and I want you to engage the abs and curl back into a shell stretch. Feel the stretch by staying rounded. Get the tailbone as far down to your heels as you can. If you experience knee pain, don't go too far. And lengthen the arms forward. Really feel the stretch. I want you to take a deep breath into the rib cage. You want to expand the ribs out on your breath in. On the breath out, feel the ribs come together, engage the abs, and drop lower into that stretch. One more. Deep breath in. Expand the ribs. And on that breath out, rounding and curl lower. Use your breath. Alright, we'll now walk the body forward into a push-up position. Sorry about that, just turning Karen's phone on silent. Alright, so with the body weight forward, we're going to tuck the tailbone to make sure you've got a strong push-up position. So the position Karen is in now is your basic push-up. Hands are wide to use more chest, and your neck is long. So she's on the knees for those who need the knees. We will be going straight to the toes today, but that is an option. So 8 push-ups. You'll breathe in to lower through the chest, breathe out, abs engage to draw up. Breathing into low. Now the goal is you don't change from that plank position. So make sure you always lead with the abs and keep the abs strong. So you breathe in to lower, abs draw in to push up. 4 more, breathe in to lower, and up. 3 to go, breathe in to lower, and up. Good, last 2, keep squeezing the butt, squeeze the inner thighs. Final 1, and up. You'll now lower your knees and back into a shell stretch. As you're curling out, shake out the wrists. For those of you who do have wrist injuries and can't do push-ups, I know we've got a few clients out there, modify down to a plank like we normally do in a standard class. We'll be coming to planks again soon for everyone else if you're unsure about the plank. But if you can do the push-ups, please do them. Alright, so we're going to come forward for a second set of push-ups now. Now this is my special one I always do. So we're going to do 6 standard, then hold, and we're going to do 10 little mini pulses. So you're going to lift back to the toes. Abs strong, butt strong. Long through the neck. Breathe in to lower the chest. Abs engage back up. Use that zip and hollow. Breathe in to lower. Good. So through the abs to lift. Breathe in to lower. Now at any point during these, if it gets tough, you can lower to the knees. And then continue. Breathing in to lower. Last 2. Final 1. All the way up. Now we're going to hold halfway. Little mini pulses pushing up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the knees and back to another shell stretch. Good work, Karen. Rounding the spine and curling out. Now, if you're lucky enough to have someone to push on your back, one of your kids are around or something, feels really nice to push opposite hip to opposite shoulder and then between the shoulder blades and above the tailbone. Alright, we're now going to come forward to the planks. So you'll be down onto your elbows. Again, we're going to start on the knees so everyone has their perfect kneeling position. Elbows right below your shoulders, shoulder blades strong so you're not dropping through the chest, long through the neck. Now again, on the knees, it means that you should just have shorter legs. You don't have your knees in and your bum sticking out. Like, show a bad one, Karen. So you don't want to be like that. So it's the same thing, but you're on your knees. So you need to be forward over the arms. Now to lift to the toes, just push your heels backwards and then you won't change your back. Alright, now we're just starting standard plank. We're just going to hold here for about 15 seconds. Your focus is a long neck. Don't drop the head down. Don't pull your chin up. Abs are drawing in. You take that breath in. On the breath out, zip and hollow. Feel the abs drawing in. Squeeze the butt. Feel the length in the legs. Another deep breath in. Breathe out, abs engage. One more breath sequence. Breath in. Breathe out, zip and hollow. Lower down to the knees and back again for another shell stretch. You got one more ab exercise in this plank. And then we're done for this position on the front. Alright, now the next one's another special of mine for those who come to the classes, where we'll be lowering one knee, then the second knee, and then lifting one knee, lifting the second knee. Again, the key to this is your heels come forward, your heels go back. You don't shift your hips. So we're going to lower back to the elbows. Karen will just demo one. So once we're up, so you'll lift to the toes, so everyone's up. Now on the breath in, one knee lowers by the heel coming forward, the second knee lowers. So one knee, secondly, and then lift, lift. Then it'll be down, down, up, up. Alright, so holding there, everyone joining in. On your breath in, you'll lower one knee down, second knee down. Breathe out, up, and up. Breathe in, down, down. Breathe out, up, up. Perfect. Down, down, heels forward, heels back, and down, down, and up, up. 4 more full sets. Now if this gets too tough for you, drop to the knees and just hold your standard kneeling plank until we complete. Good. 2 more sets. Down, down, abs engage, up, up. Final one. Down, down, and up, up. You'll now hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the knees back to another shell stretch, rounding the spine. So I guess over these next few weeks, I've got it good because Karen will be teaching the basics and she has to do the standard classes. I hope you can all continue with these and keep them going over the time. Alright, now forward out of that position, we're now going to sit. For rollbacks, so have your feet down the curtain end, Karen. Okay, now for anyone who struggles to roll all the way down and get all the way back up, we have a little secret pillow you put behind your tailbone. You can roll up a towel as well, and it helps you push your lower back into the floor on the way up, so that when you get to that hard point, so when you're coming down, the arms come right over. When you come back up through this hard point, you'll push your lower back down and it'll curl you up. Okay, but Karen doesn't need that, so we'll get rid of it. So to start, you'll sit as tall as you can. Arms out in front, palms facing each other, shoulders wrapped back and down. Take a deep breath in to prepare. On the breath out, zip and hollow, tuck the tailbone, rounding the spine as you curl down to the floor, one vertebra at a time. On your breath in, the arms lengthen right over. Make sure the rib cage stays down. You don't want to arch the back. You'll breathe out, the hands come over. Chin to chest, abs engage, curling up and lengthen forward on that breath in. Sitting nice and tall. On the breath out, rolling down, rounding the spine, curling out. Good, breathing in, lengthening the arms long. Ribs stay down, shoulders not up to your ears. Breathe out, hands come over. Abs engage, curling up, breathing in, lengthening forward. And one more. Breath in, sit tall. Breathing out and rolling the spine down, rounding the back. Breathing in, lengthen the arms strong. Keep the ribs down. Breathe out, abs engage, zip and hollow as you curl up. And breathing in to lengthen forward. We're now going to add obliques. So this is your rotation. We'll sit nice and tall. Breathe out, rolling back to halfway. Now your halfway may only be a quarter, it may be a little bit more depending on your strength. Now with straight, strong elbows, you'll breathe in, rotate to the left. Twist through the spine, not by moving your arms. Breathe out, zip and hollow back to the center, scoop the abs. Breathe in, rotate to the right. Breathe out, zip and hollow, scoop to the center. Two more, rotate left. Breathe out, back to the center. Make sure you don't change the shoulders. You only turn your spine back to the center. Breath in, hold, and curl the spine down. So you're rolling all the way down. At any point during those, if you feel your lower back getting tight, curl up a little bit higher. Now we're coming halfway again. Breathe out, abs engage. Curl halfway. Once you're halfway, you'll hold. I now want you to bring your elbows behind your head. Alright, supporting the neck but not pulling on the neck. You'll take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, you'll pull your left knee towards you as you rotate towards the left. And then you'll breathe in, lengthen back out. Breathe out, right knee in, twist. Breathe in, lengthen out. Two more. Left knee in, rotate. And back out. Final one, right knee. And out, hold. Keep the hands there and curl down to the floor. It's a lot harder to curl down with the elbows wide. Alright, now hug your knees into your chest, just in case you start to get a tight back by the end of that. And just rolling out your lower back to have a little breather. Alright, so we're going to go into some pelvis bridging now. Now you would have done this in the basic class, but we're going to work from the standard into a more challenging version with some single legs. To start with, hands on the floor, feet hip width apart. More pressure down into your heels, but make sure the knees don't turn out or turn in. Now, if you want more challenge, being the standard class, I want you to reach your arms to the ceiling with your palms facing each other. That allows you to keep your shoulders down compared to palms facing forward. So we'll take a deep breath in to prepare. As you breathe out, zip and hollow, squeeze the butt as you peel the hips up. You want to finish in a straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Take another breath in. And on your breath out, abs engage, zip and hollow, rib cage down first, rounding the spine down, tailbone down last. Good, we'll take a deep breath in, two more. Breathe out, zip and hollow, squeeze the butt to peel up, really squeeze into the glutes, working the hamstrings. Take a breath in and breathe out, zip and hollow, rounding down. One to go, deep breath in. Breathing out, zip and hollow, squeeze the butt. At any stage, if you start cramping into your hamstrings, place your hands back on the floor. Take a breath in and breathe out, rolling down. Squeezing the butt helps the hammies, but the arms down is also an assistance. Now, next one, we're staying up there. Deep breath in. Squeeze the butt as you lift. And holding here. We'll now breathe in to bring your left knee to tabletop. And then reach that leg to the ceiling on the breath out. As you breathe in, lower the left foot to the same height as your right thigh and breathe out, lift the leg back up. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, back up. Good. Breathe in, lower. Breathe out, back up. One more. Breathe in, lower. 4 total. Breathe out, up and hold. Keeping the foot up. Breathe in, lower the butt to the floor, keeping the foot high. Breathe out, squeeze the butt lift. Breathe in low. Now if you need your hands on the floor because you're cramping in single legs, again, that's okay. 2 to go. And lift. Last one. And lift. Hold. Take a breath in. And breathe out, curl all the way down, keeping the foot up. And then place that foot to the floor. Alright, so you've probably felt the hamstrings in that one. We'll now take a breath in. We'll get the feet even again. On the breath out, squeeze the butt, the abs engage with that zip and hollow. Scoop the abs in, rib cage connects down, abs are scooped. Now right knee to tabletop, lengthen up to the ceiling. Breathe in as you lengthen the foot. Breathe out, zip and hollow abs to return. Breathe in, lengthen. And up. So squeezing left butt to help the left hamstring. Breathe out and up. And the abs for the leg movement. Up and hold. Breathe in, lower the foot to the floor. Breathe out, squeeze the butt back up. Lower the foot down to the floor. Squeeze the butt back up. Breathe in, lower the hips, sorry, not the foot. Squeeze the butt up. Last one, breathe in, lower. Squeeze the butt, breathe in, hold. And breathe out all the way down. And place the foot to the floor. Alright, now to stretch the hamstrings out after that, we'd normally use a magic circle or you could use a rolled up towel. But because we don't have that with us today, we're going to do a different stretch. So to transition back to sitting, one leg at a time into tabletop. I now want you to place your hands behind your knees. So if your knees had armpits, that's where they are. You'll take a deep breath in, hold on to the back of the knees strong. As you breathe out, lengthen your legs out, and it should just sit you up. If you get up halfway and you don't make it, just sit up normally. You don't want to yank your back to get there. Now I'm going to get Karen sitting facing the mirror, and we're going to do a saw stretch, which will be a combination of a hamstring stretch and a rotation stretch through the spine. So you're going to sit as tall as you can, palms out wide, feet just wider than your hips, about a foot length wider than your hips. Lifting the chest. Now I want you to take a deep breath in as you lift and rotate to the left. On your breath out, zip and hollow, lengthen forward to the opposite foot and try to saw off your little toe with your little finger. Breathe in, sit tall, looking to the left. And breathe out, use the abs to rotate you tall to the center. Breathe in, lift and rotate. Breathe out, lengthen forward. Good. Breathe in, sit tall, looking to the right. Back to the center. Breathe in, lift and rotate. And reaching forward. Now your back hand should turn up like a relay baton. Breathe in, sit tall, looking to the left. Back to the center. And you want to look towards the back hand. Breathe out, lengthen forward. Breathe in, sit nice and tall. Back to the center. Now arms out in front. Palms face each other, shoulders away from the ears. On your breath in, lift your arms to the ceiling and sit as tall as you can while still drawing your shoulders down. And breathe out, zip and hollow, lengthen forward until the arms are parallel to the floor. And then really lengthen. You want to feel like someone's pulling your hands, someone else is pulling your hips. Breathe in, sit tall, reach right up to the ceiling. And again, breathe out, lengthening forward. Really reach forward. And breathe in nice and tall. And hands come down. Now pretend Karen didn't rotate for the camera, so she's still facing where she was. So we'll spin back to your right, Karen. We're going to transition back down to tabletop now. So both legs out in front. Legs out straight. Sitting nice and tall, arms in front for one roll down to end up in tabletop. So you'll breathe out, zip and hollow, chin to chest to curl all the way down. This time your hands will end up next to your side. Alright, now we'll bend your knees one at a time into crook lying. Safer to lift to tabletop from this position. Again, if anyone needs a pillow under their neck because you get a tired neck, that's fine. You can also keep your head down in the crunching if your neck isn't able to get through that either if you get pain in the neck. So one leg at a time up into tabletop. Alright, now another option here I'll be giving you is arms to the ceiling for the extra challenge. You need to make sure you're keeping neutral spine and not arching the lower back. So lengthening the arms to the ceiling, Karen, palms facing each other. We're starting single leg stretch, head down. So take a breath in to prepare. On the breath out, zip and hollow, lengthen your right leg forward. And breathe in as you return. Breathe out, zip and hollow left leg. And return. Now remembering the lower your leg goes, the more challenge this is for the abs, as long as you don't lose neutral spine or dome in the stomach. If you feel your back arching, breathe out, lengthen, and return. 4 to go. So if you feel the back arch, lengthen your leg higher to the ceiling. Breathe out, lengthen, and return. Last 2. Breathe out, zip and hollow, and return. Final 1. Lengthen out, and return. Now hands behind the head. We're going to add the obliques. Take your breath in. Breathe out, lengthen the right leg and rotate to the left. Breathe in to return. Breathe out, zip and hollow, lengthen, and return. Now focus on opposite rib cage to opposite knee, not pulling your elbow to the opposite knee. Keep the elbows wide, rotate the abs. You're not pulling on your neck, and return. Breathe out, lengthen, and return. Breathe out, lengthen, and return. Final 3. And return. 2 more. And return. Final 1. And return. Hold hands by your side, both legs to the ceiling, head down, so we're just pushing the arms into the floor. Double leg lower before a breather. Breathe in, lower both legs until you feel you're losing neutral. Breathe out, back up. So you don't want to lose neutral spine. And breathe out, scoop the abs up. 2 to go. Breathe out, scoop the abs, zip and hollow. Final 1. Feel the length. Bend your knees, hug your knees into your chest, and give your back a good circle out, so rolling out the spine. Alright, one more set of abs here. Now they're going to start with the 100. So just a reminder for those who are new to classes, the 100s will be breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a long, slow breath, not a fast breath, because you won't make it through 100. So hands by your side, take a deep breath in, starting from tabletop. Breathe out, zip and hollow, curl up, lengthen your wrists past the hips. Being a standard class, we'll lengthen the legs out now at your lowest point. Now if it gets too hard, back to tabletop. And breathing in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 30. Really lengthen through the arms and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Long through the neck. Don't pull the chin too tight. 4, 5, and in. That's 50. 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 40. If it gets too tough, return to tabletop. 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 20. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend the knees, hug your knees to your chest, lower the head down. Alright, so we're going to give your back a good stretch now. So we'll have both legs out along the floor. I want you to place your left hand out to your side with your palm facing up. Bring your left knee to tabletop. Reach your right hand across that knee and draw the knee across your body, allowing the hip to lift, to rotate your spine while you try and keep your left shoulder down. Looking to the left as well, so you look to your own hand and use the breath to increase that stretch. We'll now take a deep breath in, and on the breath out, zip and hollow back to the center. Place the left leg out now, right hand out, right knee to tabletop. Reach that arm across the body. Take your breath in. Breathe out, zip and hollow as you lengthen the body across, reaching. Really feel that twist in the spine. Using the breath. Take a deep breath in. Breathe out, zip and hollow back to the center and place that foot down. Now the final exercises before we go into our roll downs to finish is going to be some stretches with back extensions. So you'll roll onto your stomach now. Alright, so basic back extension stretch. We're going to have your hands in line with your ears, elbows down on the floor, shoulders wrapped away from your ears. You're going to be lengthened through the spine, abs are slightly drawn up already and you're already squeezing the butt. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, zip and hollow, engage the abs as you push down through the hands to lift the chest, lengthening through the legs, but don't lift them. Shoulders away from the ears and breathing in back down. And breathe out, abs engage, zip and hollow, focusing on that mid-back and then moving down into the lower back and breathing into lower. Try not to pull the chin up. Abs engage, squeeze the butt to lift. Now if you do struggle to come all the way up or to get straight elbows, move your hands further forward, that's easier. Breathing out to lift, so you won't end up lifting as high. We want to get to straight elbows as that helps you bring your shoulders down, breathing out to lift. Now if you're really flexible, you move your hands further back in line with your shoulders or chest and you'll lift a lot higher. 3 to go. Breathe out, squeeze the butt to lift. Make sure you're squeezing that butt and lower. Final 2, breathe out, zip and hollow, abs engage to lift. Good. Breathing in as you lower. Final 1, abs engage, squeeze the butt to lift. And breathing in as you lower. Now using your hands, push back into a shell stretch so you don't use your back. Rounding the spine again, tailbone right down, reaching the arms forward. Again, use that breath cycle. Breathe into the ribs. And breathe out, feel the abs draw in so that you can lower into your stretch. 1 more, breathing in. Breathe out, zip and hollow, drawing into the abs. Alright, now we're going to transition to standing, so we're going to bring the body weight forward slightly. We'll tuck your toes under. You'll now push your hips to the ceiling like a downward dog in yoga. Lengthen your knees as straight as you can, and now walking your hands towards your feet. If you need to soften your knees, that's okay. Once you're hanging, you will hold. Take your breath in and breathe out. Slowly restack the curl up, so you're rolling up, tucking the tailbone, shoulders back and down, head up. Last 2 more to finish off. Deep breath in. Breathe out, zip and hollow, chin to chest, curling down, scoop the abs. You're going to feel like you're curling over an electric fence. Feet on one side, hands on the other. You don't want electric shock. Take a breath in. Breathe out, curling up, tucking the tailbone, squeezing the butt. Another breath in. Last 1. Rolling down, rounding the spine. This time we're going to stay down there for a little bit. Make sure those arms are hanging heavy. You're not tensing your shoulders. You'll breathe in to softly rock the body weight forward, about 2 inches. And breathe out back to the heels. Now you don't lift your toes or heels, breathe in softly forward. It's just a small transition to change where you feel the stretch. And back, last 1, softly forward. Back and hold, take your breath in, breathe out, zip and hollow as you curl the spine back up. Shoulders back and down, head up last, give your arms and legs a shake out. And we are done for today's class. Good work, Karen.
Thank you.
So, as I said, the future classes, some days will be a focus on abs, some will be focus on butt, and we'll be working through them. And we look forward to seeing you in all the future ones as well. Take care.